Welcome everyone. Thanks for attending. Thanks to those who have managed to get here from Melbourne or Brisbane. Some have gone via other states to get back here, so appreciate the effort made to attend. I think we've lost about 6 or 7, maybe 10 people to the weather conditions, but and I guess my first thing is to apologise for bringing Melbourne's weather north. I believe it was like 33 degrees yesterday, and today it's actually pretty warm up here for a Melbourne person, right? I had a scarf this morning, I don't need it today. Look, the opening's been done by Lee. I guess what I wanted to do today was actually just talk about some of the things that AfMA's been doing throughout the year. It's been a fairly hectic year, and it's hard to believe that September feels like it's almost gone and we're in the final quarter with not enough weeks left to get everything done. You know, the start of this year, we made submissions to the government in regards to CO2 emissions, the discussion paper around fuel quality, and I think that added up about 200 hours of time, digesting around about 600 pages of waffle and expert opinion to sort of work that through. We bounced from there quickly into the Fleet Conference and Exhibition, which held in May. In June, we delivered 26 educational sessions over 2 days, 53 speakers, over 40 exhibitors, and it was a pretty good night. And we had a nice conference dinner on the end of day one, which we had 260 people at. So we bounced out of that, and a week after that, I presented over in New Zealand on in Waikato Council, had a forum of 80 people around road safety. From there, we bounced a week later into Miami for the Global Fleet Conference, and that was quite a highlight for a couple of reasons. AfMA does a study tour every 2 years, and this year was quite unique. We had some of the guys from AfMA, which is the American Association, were here for our conference, and it was really nice to go back over there, see what's happening on a global point, and actually know that our conference rated pretty high, perhaps better than theirs, in regards to the amount of content and people attending. We had, I think we had 360 people attend our conference early in May. So while all that's happening, at the same time we've managed to launch our Diploma of Leadership and Management this year, which is facilitated by Swinburne. And for those who don't know, that course has been truncated into 5 lots of 2 days with an assignment and project delivered at the back end, the scope of which is agreed between the employer, the facilitator from Swinburne, and of course the participant. So the Sydney cohort's about just over 2/3 of the way through. The Melbourne cohort started a little later, and I guess I want to thank a number of the FMOs in the room for actually stepping up and having their staff contributing. It's a really interesting thing to actually see the leadership group of tomorrow. These individuals are outstanding in their own organisations, but when they come together and work as a cohort of 12, 13, 14 people, they're the people who actually shape the future of our industry. So it's a great credit to those participating and their companies for allowing them to and paying the dollars. I guess the other thing I wanted to talk about is we're coming up to release a new website. It seems to be coming and coming and coming and coming, and I signed off on the final few pieces the other day. So I think we're probably 10 days away from seeing the new website, which does a range of things. But as a part of that process, our 3 corporate partners, Mannheim, part of Cox Automotive, we've got Hyundai and NTT Data Fig Tree Systems, are putting forward a scholarship program for the grad cert. So the Graduate Certificate of Business Management that's been contextualised has existed for several years. And we've had it's an online course, and it's the first 4 units of an MBA. And so we've had probably 30-ish or so people go through that. And what we're about to do is we're about to release an alumni for AfMA, so for those who have done the grad cert and those who are about to complete the diploma, and recognise those professionals as the next leaders. But the nice thing is that our corporate partners, I guess, are putting their money where their mouth is and offering a scholarship for one of the units out of the grad cert. It's a real, I think it's a credit to their organisations, and it's great that they want to see the industry lift a level, because most of us have been in it a long time. I don't think any of us we all come from different walks of life. I don't think we all started going, I'm going to go and be a fleet manager, I'm going to work in sales, it just doesn't happen. So I think it's a credit to a lot of people that are actually putting aside the time to lift the professionalism in themselves and actually guide the industry for the future. I'm now starting to waffle a little bit, so I'll get off the stage very shortly. I guess the last thing I wanted to mention is we're now in the plannings for next year's conference, which will be held in Melbourne on the 17th and 18th of May. I'd like to recognise Toyota and Toyota Fleet and Toyota Fleet Management for their continued sponsorship as event partner and also platinum partner for the 4th year running. It's a great accomplishment and great recognition of the amount of effort that goes into those events. And they're about keeping our eyes on the future, but actually a bit of roadmap, because it's really great we're going to have autonomous cars, right? They're going to be here any minute now, right? But what's that mean tomorrow and the year after? What does it really mean for us? The future's fantastic, and we've never been in a time where mobility managers, we're all going to be mobility managers. It's a great topic, and I'm happy to chat with anyone along the way, but what does that mean for me in fleet? And so I think the conference is about looking to the horizon and then just bringing it back a little bit, dialing it back and understanding the roadmap. Anyway, look, I hope you enjoy tonight. Our formalities are short and sweet, and this is about enjoying. So this dance floor's here for a reason, so I hope to see it used a little bit later on. Thank you for your time, and yeah, lots of chat.